So this is going to be a video that I'm not going to really put much time into, or as much time as I should, because I could actually look up a lot of these clips and talk a little bit more about people such as Matt Binder, or him being a producer on the Majority Report, which is Sam Seder's show. I could talk a little bit more about that, and I could show the clips and try to find this and investigate that. But to me, it's past the point where I really want to invest the time. One of the issues that has come out of Gamergate that concerns me the most, and I've actually been concerned about this since the inception of Gamergate. I've talked about this at several points on my channel, but the issue of Sam Harris on Bill Maher's show when he talks to Ben Affleck about the issue of Islam and the reaction to that from the left, from progressives, the reaction to Gamergate from progressives, the reaction of these several issues, free speech among them, which I think Gamergate can relate to in many ways. Something is happening on the left in this country. Something is happening. I would phrase it as a sort of brewing civil war. I think there's an issue between people such as myself that are firmly on the left and the social justice warriors, people that are increasingly calling themselves progressives when they don't really have much substance to them. It just seems to me that it is this league of madmen and fucking cronious dickheads. It's just really shitty people. I don't really know how else to describe it. It is a group, a collection of really shitty people that are obsessed with talking about fucking race, with apologizing for Islamism, with doing just crazy fucking shit and demonizing people that are on their side, trying to ostracize people that are on their side, that are their allies. They're going out of their way to say, even though I agree with you on for everything but this, maybe this one reason, I want you to fuck off. And the reason why I brought up Matt Binder and Sam Seder was that was the issue, was Gamergate. They talked about it on their show, and they never gave it the time that they should have. They never gave it the level of seriousness that it deserved. And even if they said it was a non-issue, which they did, even if it was a non-issue to them, what they could have done was let it go. Just dropped it, stopped talking about it. But they didn't do that. Matt Binder went out there, shot his mouth off, and went back on the show, brought it up several times, made fun of gamers several times, misled people, misinformed his viewers. Sam Seder the whole time was laughing it on, just saying, go ahead, stoke the coals, who gives a shit. People started getting upset, myself included. At the time, I was a paid member, and I was considering canceling my subscription, because I have to say that when it comes down to it, I've been a political junkie for many years. And I am a political junkie. I majored in it, and I graduated with a degree in political science. I am a political junkie. My job in the future is going to be involved in politics, for sure. But the thing is, I've been a gamer for far longer than I've been anything else. Back before I even really was concerned with politics, when I was still religious, I was a gamer. That's been the constant in my life. I've been a gamer for far longer than anything else. My politics have changed, my religious stance has changed, many things have changed about me. My style, my perception of reality, my philosophy, my principles, those have all changed. I've always been a gamer. And so when you have these people shitting, not just on the idea of gaming, just the idea of wasting your time playing these nonsense toys or this medium that's for children or what have you. Or perverts, depending on what game you're talking about, right? Dismissing it in that way. I'm fine with that. You don't care about the hobby, that's fine. But not just that, but shitting on gaming culture, shitting on gamers, shitting on people that are passionate about the medium. They could not help themselves from mocking people that cared about this. That this for them was a huge passion, and this was a huge part of their life. They couldn't help themselves from demonizing, deriding these people, including a group that I'm a part of. So what happens? People start communicating to the producers and to Sam on the show, stop doing this. Stop shitting on your loyal listeners. Stop doing it, or we're leaving. That was the clear message being sent. And I am very proud to say that I am not the only one that was pissed off from what was being said on that show. And what did Sam do? And I'm not going to look for this clip, but he said basically go ahead, fuck off. Like, he acknowledged that he was losing subscribers and didn't fucking care. Did not fucking care. Said pack your bags, fuck off. I don't care. I don't care if you pay for the show. I don't care if you're just a freebie listener. Don't give a fuck. Leave. And so you know what I did? I left. I said, fuck you, fine. I'm going to leave. You're not worth listening to. If you're this big of a fucking asshole, fuck you. I'm done. And it seemed to me that was just a number of people. A number of people that associated with Gamergate. You know, I used to be a person that didn't have a problem with Polygon. I was well aware of the fact that they were left-leaning, and I didn't really care. The issue of Gamergate sent me so far to the other side of it. So far to say, like, this isn't just a bias. This is cronyism. This is clear fucking cronyism and just a total bent to shit on gamers. And you look at Polygon, every fucking article they put out, any fucking opinion piece, it is shitting on gamers, shitting on white people, shitting on men, shitting on anyone that is acceptable for these progressive social justice dickheads to shit on. They just do it. It's part of their fucking code. It's their principles. Shit on these, bring up Iraq, bring up race, bring up all these non-existent issues, these total non sequiturs when it comes to the logic that you're arguing. They keep fucking doing it. If you listen to the Best of the Left podcast, they do it all the time. You listen to the Young Turks, they do it all the time. It's this non-stop fucking barrage of craziness. And I don't remember it being this way. I don't remember fucking 4 or 5 years ago when I was listening to the Young Turks, them ever being this crazy, ever being this ridiculous. I don't ever remember Jank on the show being such a fucking Muslim apologist. I don't ever remember the show being so fucking laughably stupid, never having any substantive points. I remember they used to actually have some decent substantive points to what they were saying. There was some actual coherent fucking logic. But anytime they're talking about the issue of religion, they're bringing up the Crusades, they're bringing up shit that doesn't matter. Shit that happened fucking hundreds of years ago. That doesn't relate to anything that in terms of what's happening now. Nothing at all. But they can't help themselves. They can't help themselves. We're talking about Iraq, about every fucking issue. All of these shows, all of these different podcasts, all of these different pundits, they've gone off the fucking rails. And I don't know what's happened. At some point in time, a serious portion of diehard leftists or liberals or what have you they just lost their fucking minds. They all drank the Kool-Aid and they said, okay, this is it. We're now talking about regulating Twitter. We're now talking about having people come on and regulate who says what and going after people for committing fucking non-existent crimes. And if you look at the recent Supreme Court ruling, it's an even bigger fucking joke now. You know, to people like Anita Sarkeesian, good fucking luck. Good fucking luck prosecuting fucking anybody. You know, this is one precedent that is going to set, there's going to be more, in which it's just simply going to come down to the fact that no one's committing crimes here. No one's doing anything wrong. No one's doing what you're saying people are doing. No one's harassing anyone. No one's barraging you with violent threats or whatever the fucking buzz. That word, violent, it's just lost all meaning. It's lost all fucking meaning. Oh, they're violent misogyny, violent whatever. It's just bullshit. And so I ask you, my subscribers and the listeners to this right now, I want you to say whether or not this has been an issue for you, if you are on the left or you consider yourself to be on the left. What started this and where are we now? Because I've unsubscribed to so many different people that I used to listen to for years. For years, I used to listen to these different podcasts, these different pundits, and I'm not listening to them any fucking more. Like, I'm now in the position where I have to look for new people to listen to look for new commentators and all that to listen to on politics, just to stay informed. Just to stay informed of politics, which I'm a junkie of. I have to look for new people. Because I can't listen to another fucking Young Turks video. I cannot listen to another fucking episode of Sam Cedar's show or any of these different people. Especially now when someone such as Bernie Sanders, who is going to be running in the Democratic primary for the next presidential election, I think that kind of guy is electable. And I'm on that guy's side, despite, you know, equal pay and all that dumb shit that doesn't exist, and we're going to pass 100 fucking bills and nothing's ever going to change. It's always going to be an issue because Gender studies programs and feminism always need it to be an issue. They always need misogyny. They always need patriarchy. In order for gender studies to exist, in order for social justice to exist, there always needs to be a boogeyman. There always needs to be something for these idiots, these commentators, these pundits to point to and say, this is why you need to be scared, this is why you need to listen to me, this is why you need to follow what I'm doing. That's what happened with Gamergate. It got so caught up in this fucking typhoon of just dumb shit non sequitur logic, this dumb shit bias of trying to push a single point that gamers are misogynists, gamers are an issue, gamers are conservative or right-wing or whatever. I mean, how many times did you hear about right-wingers or conservatives or whatever in relation to Gamergate? How many people in Gamergate are that noticeably right-wing? That aren't fucking Milo Yiannopoulos or Cernovich or whoever the fuck else. People that are just these random people on Twitter. Every occasional person leaning to the right. But then you have people like Sargon of Akkad, who they continue to say is a raging misogynist and is like right-wing guy, but he's a leftist. He's not just a leftist, he's English. So by American standards, he's like a fucking socialist. What has happened to where this civil war has just erupted? To where I'm sitting here saying to myself, like, oh, well, you know, I have my degree now. Who should I work for? Should I work for the Sanders campaign? Should I work for the ACLU, which I am still a paid member of? Like, who should I work for? But it doesn't matter. They're all social justice retards now. I mean, even increasingly with the ACLU, it pisses me off to no end. Every once in a while, they have a case that comes out, and it'll be like one of those sort of yes moments where I'm very proud to support the ACLU and be a member and all that, where it's just this landslide victory for the ACLU and for civil liberties, which I am a civil libertarian, pretty diehard civil libertarian. So I rejoice when certain things go the way of civil libertarians, but it pisses me off every once in a while when the ACLU covers like the video I just did before. This is just social justice bullshit. We need to give Muslims, the poor Muslims in America, we need to give them special rights opposed to everyone else. Why? Because social justice. I mean, when are they going to start doing some cases for atheists? There are many issues that exist in this country for atheists. How many atheists in Congress? Let's take a quick look. All right, you follow me? Let's take a quick look. Oh, look, fucking zero. Oh man, there's fucking zero. There's fucking zero. And that seems to be a minority to me. That seems to be a minority in the United States. Can we be concerned about this minority? Oh, well, there might have some white people in there. We can't be concerned about that. It's the white people. I'm just getting a little bit emotional about it, but I'm just sick of talking about race. I don't know about you, but I'm sick of fucking talking about race. I'm really sick to death of listening about it, about how if you are white in this country, that you owe somebody something, that you need to feel sorry about something, that my ancestors or my perceived ancestors have done something. I'm tired of listening to America being an imperialist nation, listening to all this shit about us colonizing other countries when it's never fucking happened. And it's demonstrable. It's things that I can point to and say, listen, X, Y, and Z, we took these territories, we bought these territories, these were legal. We didn't colonize shit. But we were a colony, you fucking retards. But no, doesn't matter. Social justice. Gamergate is in many ways a political issue. I think that when people sort of limit it to being a consumer revolt or demanding ethics from the gaming journalist sites, it isn't simply that. It is involving politics. And if you are someone that is on the left, since October, it has been fucking torture. It has been fucking torture to watch so many fucking people that claim to be on the left just repeat misinformation, just clear, unfiltered bullshit. And not even flinch in the way of knowing that they are spreading lies, misinformation. They know it. There's no way so many of these people are just misinformed. It's literally just been an echo chamber. It is listening to enough people that agree with the same opinion, so you simply report it as that. Not doing any investigation whatsoever. And I think what this is going to get to eventually is I am going to do a video on Anis Sarkeesian. I'm going to discuss in many ways why people other than gamers hate her, and rightfully so. Because it seems to me that so much of this, and what she is taking advantage of, isn't just gamers. It isn't just the industry or anything else. This is a political issue. And it is a portion of the left, it is these so-called progressives, they have just lost their fucking minds. They have drunk the Kool-Aid, they have gone off the rails entirely, they have left reality. And those of us that refuse to do so, those of us that are on the left, we've been abandoned. We're no longer, we're persona non grata now. You know, liberals used to be classical liberals, wanting things to be accessible. It didn't used to always be about banning things, banning words, censorship, all this shit. That's not liberal. That's conservative. It's not liberal to be a Puritan. It's not liberal to try to ostracize people or publicly shame people. That's not liberal. Something happened. And I can tell you as a person, and maybe some of you right-wingers will enjoy this, but progressivism is a cancer on those of us in this country, especially, I mean by that in America, that want to see real change in this country. And I mean left-leaning change. Not this middle ground bullshit appeal to the moderation, whatever. I mean real left-leaning change in this country, where you see some fundamental changes in the way of taxation and regulating the degenerates that exist in this country, such as the finance industry. I'm sure there's going to be people, ooh, you shouldn't talk bad about people. The finance industry has done nothing wrong. No, fuck finance. Fuck those people. They tried to destroy our economy, and we just let them go, and we need to do nothing about it. Whatever happened about talking about serious economic issues? Whatever fucking happened to talking about actual meaningful change in this country? Whatever happened about national pride, about trying to protect American workers? No, who's talking about unions other than like some random people trying to unionize fucking fast food workers? Who the fuck's talking about unionism? Who the fuck's talking about any kind of leftist ideals? All we're talking about now is social justice. It's all we're talking about now. Pay equality for women and fucking social justice. Everything else has gone by the wayside. So I put this to you, the listener. What can we do? What can those of us on the left, whether you're included in that or not, and if you're not, I guess you're going to probably leave some cheeky cunt response, but what can we do to gain ground back from these fucking madmen? What are our options? Because I don't know. To be a pragmatist for a second, I guess you can also suggest some people that are left-leaning commentators that I can listen to. What podcasts are there? What commentators are there on YouTube that deal with day-to-day politics that aren't fucking crazy? Thanks for listening.